because of sexual assault charge, which was dismissed in 2003, 2004. Is it complicated for you as a woman, as a WNBA player?
It's not complicated for me at all. Even if there's a few times that we've been at a club at the same time, Kobe's not the kind of guy, never been like, Lisa, go get that girl or tell her or send her this. I have other NBA friends that are like that. Kobe's, he was never like that. I just never have ever seen him being the kind of person that would do something to violate a woman or be aggressive in that way. That's just not the person that I know.
But Lisa, you wouldn't see it though. As his friend, you wouldn't see it.
And that's possible. I just don't believe that. And I'm not saying things didn't happen. I just don't believe that things didn't happen with force.
Is it even a fair question to talk about it, considering he's no longer with us and that it was resolved? Or is it really part of his history?
I think that the media should be more respectful. At this time, it's like if you had questions about it, you've had many years to ask him that. I don't think it's something that we should keep hanging over his legacy. I mean, it went to trial.
Yeah, but it was dismissed because the victim in the case refused to testify, so it was dismissed.
That interview with Lisa Leslie about Kobe, and I just wondered just how she's doing.
She is not doing well. May I say she is not? She is not doing well because she has now death threats and has to now travel with security, and she's feeling very much attacked. Bill Cosby is texting from tweeting from jail, and she's not doing well, and feels that she was put in a really terrible position because that interview had already ran.
It was over.
And in the context of the interview, everyone seemed fine, including Lisa Leslie. And it was only because somebody at the network put up that clip. And I can see how people would obviously be very upset if you thought that Gayle was just trying to press to get an answer from Lisa Leslie. But she obviously, all things pass. She will be okay, but she hasn't slept in 2 days.
The issue is, and I'm just going to be really open and honest about this, Black people do not want to hear other Black people who are holding space on television coming after Black people. They do not. When you are talking about someone who is beloved as Kobe Bryant and who has recently passed in the most traumatic way, then at this time, if you don't have anything of positivity to add to the conversation, no one wants to hear from you.
Right, ask those questions when he was alive.
And that is the bottom line. I think that this is a very sensitive time because clearly we have just lost a hero to many, and people are still grieving, and they don't want to hear about something that a lot of us have not changed our opinions on in the past 7 years.
I'm going to discuss this Gayle King situation. Now, I saw social media going crazy, and rightfully so. I'm really disappointed in Gayle King. And now I'm going to say a couple angles on it, and then you guys can say what you want to say. First and foremost, Gayle King, you're Black. That's first right there. You're Black. And on top of that, you have a double standard and a double responsibility as a journalist, as a host, to not only do your job, but on point to make sure you take care of us. Do you understand? Us. If you feel me? So when you did the interview with Lisa Leslie and you knew what questions you were going to ask. You knew what questions didn't feel right in your spirit. You got uncles, you got aunties, you got people who you understand that could check you, that you got a barometer somewhere. They're like, if it don't feel right now, I'm not going to ask that question. Now, I'm going to tell you, there's a lot of people out here that's still hurting over Kobe Bryant. I'm one of them. And still in disbelief. And to hear anybody say something crazy, I take it personal, and I feel like it's disrespectful. to his family, to his legacy, everything. Case in point. When I interviewed Michael Jackson, right, there was about 8 questions that I could have asked Mike. I know there was a bunch of stuff going on, blah, 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 blah. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not taking this opportunity to disrupt the situation, that the trust that I had with Michael Jackson to even give me the opportunity for the interview, but also to change the energy. You know, did you see how uncomfortable Lisa Leslie was? And I'm so proud of you, Les. I'm so proud of you that you handled that like a G. You didn't let her set a booby trap for you to say something, because then they would take your soundbite and then throw you under the bus. So, love that. So I didn't allow that to happen. When I interviewed Tupac, same thing. Do you know what was going on with Tupac, who was my personal friend? How much was going on that was crazy that I could have asked Pac, and I was like, nah, it's not what we're doing right now. We're selling an album. We are doing everything. He just got out of jail. I'm not going there. Not gonna do it. When I interviewed Prince, same situation. It was a whole bunch of stuff going on. Why I'm going to jeopardize my friendship with Prince, giving me the opportunity, all the stuff he was doing and going through with Emancipation, that whole album, the whole symbol thing and what was going on between the record labels. Did I go in there? Nah. So Gayle, I know you came out. I know you posted it. You know, my network cut out and took it. Nah, I ain't trying to hear that. You know why? Because if you didn't ask it, they can't use it. You see what I'm saying? Don't ask it. They can't use it. So you can't, anything you put it for every artist, for every person who's done an interview, for everyone who's being interviewed, if you don't have to answer it, and you don't have to ask it. People do it for their own agenda sometimes. Sometimes people make the choices they make, but you got to wear that choice. You understand? You got to wear that choice. So, Gayle, you deserve to feel it because you was out of pocket and you let your job get you out of pocket. So you probably going to have to go around making peach cobblers for everybody in the hood. You're going to probably have to do something real crazy, donation-wise of your time. You might want to call Oprah and ask her to let you borrow that plane so you can fly your ass around America and just be dropping love on folks because you out of pocket. O-O-P. Out of pocket. Period. Now I'm done. Enjoy your day. I just had to get that off my chest.
With you, I am not angry that Gayle King asked Lisa Leslie a tough question. I'm not angry that she asked her a follow-up question. I think that it went a little far. I also think that I could imagine Gayle King and Lisa Leslie's position, where Lisa Leslie has to basically go on about her friendship with Kobe Bryant, much like Gayle might have to go on with her friendship about Harvey Weinstein. And I think that it would be about the same answer. They never did it around me. What I find disingenuous is that if you did it the right way, if you ask a tough question and you ask a tough follow-up question and you believe you were doing your job, your vocation is journalist, why did you apologize? Why did you respond to the backlash? I understand what it's like for people to not like a joke that I've told or a position I've taken. There is no response. I understand you're angry, and I'll just have to understand it. If you can't take a joke, F it. I understand it. I think that it's disingenuous to believe that a journalist who's hired by CBS, the Tiffany Network, CBS has more viewers than any other network in the country. CBS also has 60 Minutes, which asks tough questions and does interviews that forward an agenda that they have. CBS is, to a lot of people, is why we have Fox News. It is the answer to them. It is the yang to their yang. It is the reason people wanted something else. So to have an idea that you as a journalist were being tricked into doing an interview. The only reason Lisa Leslie was on that interview because she was Kobe Bryant's friend. And the only reason you had her on the interview was to ask her that question. It wasn't to talk about how he died tragically or his charity work or his relationship with his daughter. It was to R. Kelly him. It's exactly what it is. And I understand it. That's what journalists do. That's what it's come to. Do not then pretend like that wasn't your objective. Do not then try, because you get a little heat, to apologize. If you have done what your vocation is, your sworn vocation, why? Why apologize? You did what it is you were supposed to do. I understand asking hard questions. I understand asking people unpopular things at very tenuous moments. What I don't understand is it's not even-handed. I can understand you asking Lisa Leslie about Kobe Bryant.